What's up, rock stars? Boom! Hey! So, I hope you're having a great wrap up to your week. It's been a minute. We're now officially out of Easter. That ended last week with the descent of the Holy Spirit, Pentecost. The apostles received the Holy Spirit, and all of a sudden they're now on their mission. They're out. They get out, by this time, it's well into the week, and they're out sharing the Lord with everybody, sharing Jesus. This new religion has started. Christianity, Catholicism has started. And so think about from the standpoint of just knowing that you've got something so amazing to tell people, but you also know that there are certain people that will kill you because of what you're saying. But they just can't help themselves. They are so empowered, they're so on fire. That's why the gospel reading is that the tongues of fire came upon them, and they were able to speak in other languages, not their natural language, but they were and then filled with this fire that they just had to tell as many people as possible. And that's an amazing feeling. I've had that experience myself several times, and that's why I do these videos and share it, because the fire, the passion that's what we're called to do, is to share this greatness, this goodness, this amazing really freedom and a lack of fear, and just having that confidence, and just that overwhelming just need. You have to share it. And so it just an amazing time. And imagine being so committed to something that you'll die for it, that you're literally, that people are going to kill you for it, and they will kill you. And that's how all but one of the apostles died, were murdered. They were killed because of it. In fact, the person that was considered the first martyr was actually somebody that's now considered a deacon, in Saint Stephen, interestingly enough. But Saint Stephen was martyred because of his belief. He would not turn away from and let go of Jesus, and that he was a follower of Christ, of Jesus Christ. Imagine that, having that much, man, that just kind of blows my mind. But something I wanted to share with you, I just got back from the Adoration Chapel. It's my normal Friday night routine. I spend the last hour in the Adoration Chapel for the week, and then I repose the sacrament, and then lock up the church. But on Friday nights, there's this old boy that comes every week, and he goes off into a different part of the church. It's right next to the church, and it's where there's a big glass etching of the Blessed Mother, and there's candles where you can light, and candles, and there's a kneeler, there's some chairs and everything. It's a really cool spot, but it's not part of the chapel. There's a hallway that goes from the Adoration Chapel down to where this area is, and it's right on the side of the church, right next to the church. You can see into the church through the windows and the doors that look upon our church. If you've ever been to St. Bonaventure in Shaler, Glenshaw, you'll know where I'm talking about. But so he goes back there. He's there every week, and sometimes he comes in, and usually comes in for like 10-15 minutes max. And sometimes he comes in like right under the wire. He gets in at like 9:50, 9:55, and then he leaves. He's a very nice gentleman, and always, leaves on time and everything. So because he knows I'm locking up and heading out for the night. And so, but tonight he got there right as I was showing up. He was had gotten into his place in there, where he sits down in the chair, and he's there with the Blessed Mother, and he was there. So it was like right around 9 o'clock when he had gotten there. And I was like, I haven't heard him move around at all or anything in a little bit. I'm like, I bet you my man crashed. I bet you he's out, zonked out. And so I do the routine, my routine, and get everything. And then as I'm taking the Blessed Sacrament to the tabernacle, gonna put Jesus, as I call it, put Jesus to bed for the weekend. In the And so as I'm carrying it back, and as I'm starting down, I could see him, and he's out cold. And so I repose the sacrament. I'm walking back, and I'm getting ready to kind of nudge him a little bit to wake him up, but he got a phone call. I guess somebody had called him and said, "Where are you? You're not supposed to be at sleep. You're supposed to be at church." So he got up, and I said, "I guess it was so chill and everything. You just took a quick nap." And he's like, "Yeah. Super cool dude." And so I said, I don't think there's a better nap that you can get than being here in the church, and just when it's super quiet and chill, and just relax, and you just doze off. And it's one of those things where you're like, "Oh man, that's not appropriate. I shouldn't be falling asleep in a church, in a place like this." But there's still things going on. There's still things happening. And my man just was so light, and he was like, yeah, he agreed. And he shuffled his way out of the church. I told him to take his time. There was no hurry. Didn't want him to trip or anything, because he walks with a cane and he shuffles when he walks. So, but it was really cool to just see that and experience it. That super quietness of being there. We're in such a noisy place. The world is so crazy noisy. And just to be somewhere where it's quiet and relaxed, and you can just relax, and your brain will run crazy. My brain runs crazy, but it gives me a chance to just chill and relax and kind of refocus. That's why I love finishing my Fridays, my week off, being in the chapel, because it just kind of helps wrap up my week and get ready for the weekend. So just wanted to share that with you all. If looking for a place where you can go and just have some quiet, alone time, and just the best places that I've found are churches, and find a church that's open, that's not locked, and just go and sit in there and be by yourself, be with the Lord, because you're not really by yourself, and be with the Lord. You don't have to think about anything religious or faithful or anything. Just sit there, just be quiet, enjoy the peace and quiet, and just get into it. Maybe you'll just take a nap like the old boy did tonight. And just kind of chill out. It might be the best nap you've had in a long time. So, hope you're having a great week, and hope you have even a better weekend. It's going to be a glorious weekend weather-wise in southwestern Pennsylvania, and it's a perfect time. Hey, share your smile with the world, because you just might make somebody's day.